Hey, what is up, guys? Oblivious here, and welcome back to the Pick'em Podcast, episode number 4. It's coming out probably about 6 months after episode 3 because I kind of just I don't really know exactly what I use my YouTube channel for these days. I kind of just upload videos whenever I want or talk about things I like, or if a game's shitty or good, I'll just talk about it. But yeah, I decided I was finally gonna upload a video because I was like, you know what, this on my desktop, I've just been having this file, and it just had all my past picks from the 3 episodes, and I opened it today randomly, and I was like, I'm 5-0-7 on singles picks, like not very good. I have yet to somehow win a single parlay, like I'm 0-1-2. And then I realized that, and then I went back and I watched the first video, so I saw my futures bets, and I actually gave out before I even looked at the futures. I did the math, and I would have been down like about 8 units. It was like minus like $40 or something like that, because obviously my units personally are just like a $5 bet. I'll just make a bunch of $5 bets in one day, as you're gonna see in a second, because here's all my picks right here. They're already on the screen, so you'll already be able to see them. But yeah, I'm kind of just gonna walk through them. But then so what happened with the futures is that in the first video, I'll actually just show the clip right now in the first episode of the Pick'em podcast. So one of my biggest things that I really want to do is Rams to win the division, which is the NFC whatever, the West, I think it's called. I'm not really good at the names of them all, but team futures, you go to division winner, and then you scroll down a little bit. 49ers, it's the NFC, yeah, it's the NFC West. So the Rams right now to win the division are plus 190. I really like them. They have a great defense already, and they got Matt Stafford. They have Darrell Henderson or Sony Michel running back, which kind of sucks. They don't have Cam Akers, but I really like their receivers. I like their quarterback, and I like their defense. And like all the Seahawks, a pretty good team. Cardinals, kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. And then the 49ers, they just have Trey Lance, so like you don't really know, and Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't really know what's going to be going on with that. So I actually like this as a plus 190 as a future. I might probably throw like $20 on this kind of bet, because I'm not going to make a $5 bet for this kind of thing and then wait an entire NFL season and then only win like $10 out of it or something like that. So this one I place like I'm probably going to place like a $20 or $25 bet, but I'll mark it down and we'll talk about it later. Hopefully it's a winner. Plus 190, Rams lock it in. So as you can see from that, and I'll show you the actual bet I made and like whatever date I made it on. I've ended up putting $20 on the Rams to win the division, and it won me $58. So that's plus $38. So that really like basically reset everything. So I'm only down minus 0.458 units, which is minus $2 and almost 30 cents. So actually I'm basically just about even, because I gave out one pretty big pick, and I was like, I'm either gonna bet 20 or 25 on it. If I did bet 25 on it, I obviously would be up. I would be in the positive units. But you know what? I decided I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna reset, and I have all my bets that are just all singles today. I don't know exactly how many I have. They're all over here, but we'll get to that in 1 second. And obviously the Rams. The reason I'm 1-0-1 in the futures is because right after that clip where I gave out the Rams to win the division, I also was like, I'll actually kind of just sprinkle on Matt Stafford to win MVP. So I had it at plus 1800 or something like that. Obviously the Rams did end up winning the Super Bowl, and it ended up being pretty good. But just at the beginning of the season, like the Cardinals were literally what, like 7-0 or 8-0 or something, and then I'm very, very happy they kind of collapsed at the very end, just so that the Rams could actually take. Like literally, it came down to the last week, I believe, where the Rams lost to, I think, the 49ers, and the Cardinals lost to someone else. And then somehow, I guess, due to tiebreakers or like a conference record or something like that, the Rams were able to win it. So, and obviously they did pretty good. I probably should have given out, like, maybe made a video sooner, because I also just won a lot of the like NBA, not the NBA, the college basketball tickets are starting to cash for like conference winners and stuff like that. My two big ones were Purdue to win the Big Ten, which they didn't because they lost to Wisconsin the other night. It was a tragedy. They kind of just blow games sometimes because they live and die by like they don't really play very good defense, and like if their threes just aren't falling or whatever. It was a pretty good game though if you did watch any of the Wisconsin Purdue game. But and then the other thing was I had Duke to win it. That was like a pretty cake one. I think the second best team in that conference was like either Notre Dame or something like that, or Notre Dame, I think it was. But yeah, it wasn't super close. I think they won it by like 2 games. But obviously, I'm definitely going to be releasing a lot of videos for March Madness, and possibly for some. Maybe if I release like a video tomorrow, I'll go through actually like the tournament winners for like the Big East tournament and all that kind of shit. So yeah, I'll do some like futures, if you want to call them that. I'll probably be uploading another video pretty soon as well, like I just said. So let's actually get into the picks for today. So my first pick is going to be the Minnesota Wild, minus 130. They're on the road today at 7:08 against the Flyers. I am theoretically like a Flyers fan. I'm a Philly fan in general. Obviously, the Sixers are looking really good. I made a video about the Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan. The two sports I really don't follow that much. I mean, I do watch some Phillies, but I would say the fourth most that I watch is the Flyers. I just don't really. care that much about hockey, I guess. I kind of watch like I'd rather watch like the better teams if there's ever like a TNT like game of the night or something like the Avalanche are playing like the Lightning or some shit. Like I'll just sit down and watch that. But I don't really like watching the Flyers first of all because they fucking kind of blow this year. They started good and then just literally have been god awful since. I think they fired their coach like a month ago or something like that. I don't even really follow it that much. That's what I'm saying. But they have been winning somewhat recently. Like let's see, I always just like this is my go-to for NHL. I basically just pay attention. I bet on the NHL every single night, so I know who wins like all the games basically, and I could probably say like what teams they played in the last few days. But the Flyers are 3-5-2. They were literally like this was like 0-10 like a week ago or something like that. So they have won some more. But yeah, they're going against the Wild, who I don't think are also playing very good, 3-7. But I just think the Wild are just a better team here. They've kind of fallen off a little bit, but yeah, I just think the Flyers are a complete ass cheek. So I'm definitely going to just bet on the what did I say? The Wild 60-minute line. So they have to win in regulation minus 130. The next pick I have is the Lightning versus the Penguins. Both of these are just good teams, but the Lightning are at home, and if I can get them at minus 110 in the 60-minute, I'm just going to take that. This one is kind of like, I don't really. Both of these picks are I'm not super confident about, but I might as well just throw them up. I'm going to be a volume shooter to try to get my units back in order. The next one, Hurricanes minus 130. I think this is one I'm more confident in because the Hurricanes are actually even on they're usually very good at home, but definitely on the road they're very solid as well. And the Capitals were good for like a brief stint, kind of in the middle of the season, but they've kind of like had their ups and downs the past few weeks. So let's just check it out. So the Hurricanes first in the Metro Division, and they're 6-2 in their last 10, pretty solid. And then the Capitals are 4-6. So this one and the Capitals have just not been playing very good recently. I know because I've been losing money on them. I kept riding them, and they haven't been as good. But the Hurricanes seem to just kind of shit on everyone. So yeah, I'll just take that as minus 130. I don't even have to do the 60-minute line, just a regular money line, basically because they're on the road. This one I'm going to take the Canucks minus 105. They're just like they were so god awful at the beginning of the season, and then they got a new coach, and ever since they've actually been really really good. So Canucks Islanders. So Islanders are 3-5-2. They are at home, so that kind of like scares me a little bit. But the Canucks are 6-4. So I'm just gonna take the Canucks here because I actually do think currently they're like a better team. Here we have another one, Oilers. I think I just took them minus 140 on the money line here. They were really good at the beginning of the season. Then their goalkeeping kind of fell off, and they were just letting up so many goals. Even Connor McDavid and Draisaitl couldn't carry them. And I think Connor McDavid also had COVID or something like that for a little bit. But yeah, so they're kind of like they're back in the. I would say they're kind of like getting back to it because they've actually been winning more recently. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and the Blackhawks are 3-6-1. The Blackhawks are just not really a good team. The Oilers are kind of like getting back their form. So I'll just take this minus 140. I'm basically betting on a bunch of away teams, but like fuck it. Except for the Lightning, I'm basically betting on every away team, but absolutely fuck it. The Flames I can't bet on. They're minus 400, but they literally are like 9-0-1 or something like that in the last 10. Avalanche, I'd like to do this. Like maybe you could do something like this, and I think it's a minus 160, minus 175. If you have another pick you're strong about, throw it on a parlay or something like that, just like an even odds or something. Or if you could probably get like a minus 300 as well and throw it on this, and it's probably a winner because I doubt these two teams, or the Avalanche or the Flames, are gonna lose. Yeah, so then the final NHL pick is going to be the Bruins minus 105. Let's just check this out. The Knights just haven't been that good. They just got back Leonard like the other night, but I think they're 4-5-1 or something like that in their last 10. 5-4-1, and then who did I say they were playing? The Bruins. So yeah, and the Bruins are just kind of always pretty good. They're 6-3-1. They did lose like Bergeron and someone else for like a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they're back now. So they've actually been playing a lot better. So that's going to be my picks for the NHL. And then now we're gonna get into my NBA picks. I believe that is all of them. So yeah, we've done all these ones. So I have what 6 NHL picks, and then we have 4 NBA picks I want to add. So I'm going for the volume shooting, the 10 singles picks tonight. So the Bulls, I'm taking the Bulls money line. I'm not positive if I don't think anyone's hurt or anything like that. I'm pretty sure last time I checked there was no injured players in the Bulls, and I think they're just a better team. I really don't understand this line at all. I guess it's because they're on the road or whatever. But the Bulls have been winning me a lot of fucking money this year. I guess they lost 2 in a row, but like both look at the teams they played in the last 2. They're actually good teams. So, and the Hawks just haven't really got it together this year. I just don't think they're very good at defense. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bulls. This one seems I'm pretty confident in this one. It seems pretty easy. The Grizzlies, plus 2.5. I'm gonna take at minus 110. I'm not really sure. I guess because it's like the Celtics are home. I bet the whole apparently I'm just betting on every fucking away team today. Yeah, but the Celtics have been better as of late, but still, like I just no, the Bulls and the Grizzlies are like the two teams I've made so much money on because they're just never really like the odds are just they don't ever have like recently they've been having like -8 or like whatever spreads, but usually it doesn't seem like anyone who's like pretty good is not playing. So like you know I'm just gonna take the Grizzlies here because I think they are just a better team. Heat, I'm taking their money line at -130. This one I'm super confident in. I don't understand this one at all. I believe there is some players out for the Heat, but like the Nets have just not been good. They just don't have Durant or whatever, so like they're kind of fucked. They're kind of boned basically. And then the last pick I'm gonna have is the Clippers, a -140 money line. This game literally was played like 3 or 4 nights ago, and I bet on the Clippers. I also bet on the Pelicans versus the Lakers like a few nights ago, and the Pelicans absolutely smacked the Lakers. The Lakers are just trash right now. LeBron just cannot carry like the fucking trash cans on his team, and the Clippers somehow, even without Paul George and Kawhi, are just like actually kind of good still. Like Reggie Jackson's just fucking hard carrying. So that's going to be it for me today. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to try to start making a little bit more of these. I kind of always make these, like, fucking, these claims, but I never actually live up to them. But, you know what? It's about to be March Madness. I feel like I'm about to drop some major picks or whatever. So, yeah, I'm just going to make these 10 singles today, and the next video I'll give you an update on how I do. Hopefully I'm back in the positive units. And see you, and have a good day.